Hello everyone. So in my previous video, I created a fine screen template and used this in my orders page. And I created this view of orders page using the find screen template. And this is the markup. Below we have used the styling. In this video, we will be using this same styling to style different pages. What I will be doing is that I will be using this style in my global file. I will be transforming this style to my global file and will be using in different pages. So this is my orders page. I will be replicating it in my product inventory. This is what it looks like now. And currently it is created in normal div tag, and the styling is also a bit different and is written inline. So I will be using the same find screen template over here and will use global styling and somewhat inline styling to design this page. So what I will be doing is I will be just removing this styling of orders page and putting it in the global file, that is my variable.css file here. I will be removing this style from here. So it is looking like this, and just paste it in the variable.css file and save it. It is working. Now just cut the desktop part of styling and paste the whole thing in my variable.css desktop styling. I already have desktop only and mobile only classes, which I have shared in my previous video, that how they are created. So you can just go in that video and you can see how I have created the desktop only and mobile only classes over there, and how I have created the find screen template as well. So the page is working fine along with the global styling. We will be replicating the same in this product inventory page. So without any delay, let's just switch to the find product inventory page. We have the markup with div and we have some inline styling over here. So what I will be doing, I will be just starting with writing the markup first. We should use spaces between the tags so that it is easily bifurcated and easily we can see which is header and which is content. Now I will be writing the first thing, that is the find screen, which I have shown in the previous video as well. So this is the whole page is the find screen, and inside that I have sections. I will be just removing this styling as well, because we will be using the styling of our global file, as well as we will be writing some inline styling according to our need. So the first section is same, the search section, and I will be using the section tag for this. Inside that, I will be using the class search, and I will be using my search bar code below written in the div over here. I will be removing that from div and just put in the section. After that, we have the filters part. Again, that is in the side. So I will be using a side tag for that, and we'll be just cutting whole filters part from here and pasting in the aside filters. So this is our filters part. After that, we have the main portion of our page, which will be in the main tag. As I told before that these semantic tags are so helpful. They easily tell the new user which portion belongs to which thing, that which is the section, which is aside, or which is main. It is easily recognizable. Then we have the new thing over here, that is the sort. So I have used a section sort for that, and after that I have the product part. Just remove all of this. So we have used our semantic tags along with our previous code. This is the filters portion. Just remove the unnecessary spacing. It is not necessary that once the code is written, we should follow the same pattern. We can follow new things according to situation, and we should update our code on regular basis according to new things. Then I will be using a section for my sort and will give it a class sort. Currently it is also written in div. So I will be using a section for this, and the sort portion will be in the main tag of my page. After this, I have the product part, which contain the product information. This is somewhat looking like this now. So I will be just using somewhat this markup and will update some classes. As we can see, we have a product class. So I will be replacing it with a product class. Inside that, first of all, I will be having the product image portion, which we are seeing right now. and it will be desktop only. I will be providing it desktop only class afterwards. Currently I am just using this markup and putting it in my current markup. This is the product image class. After this, we will be using the section header class. Uh, if you have seen my previous video, you can remember that I have created a section header class over there. So we have the similar markup here also. So I will be using the section header class from my previous template, and it similarly contain the same thing, that is a primary info, some tags and metadata. They must be in one line. So the first div will be the primary info, like I have used in the orders page. The second will be tags, and the last one will be the metadata. Templates like this are very helpful. They are less time consuming. That is, if we have created once, we can use them again and again. They are reusable. We just have to write the proper markup, and we can use the same styling by using it in the global file. So we can create amazing quotes, amazing pages with just less time and reusable styling. This is the variant part, and the styling of this I will be covering in my next video. So the section header part is completed, and we can see the output is correctly the way in which we want. I will be using a div and will be just pasting this variant part in that. We have not provided any styling to it, so it is not looking fine. I will be just using some different name for that. Just rename these classes. First of all, just remove this unwanted code. So our page is somewhat looking like the way we want, but we want some inline styling as well. It is not necessary that we can write the whole styling in the global file and reuse them. Some pages have different items, some have different. So the basic find a template is somewhat like this, but internally what we want is we have to define in some inline styling. So we doesn't have sort in the last video we have in this, so we will be using some inline styling for the sort. I want them in one line, so I will be using flex for that, and I want them in to be at the end. So just using the justify content flex and property for that. I will be providing some width to the sort items and border as well. So we will be using selector for that. Just write the sort class, use this selector and select the iron item inside the sort. After that, just provide some width and border. So I want a border left of 1 pixel solid, and I will be using a variable color variable of ionic. This is the way we can use variables. I will be showing the creation and use also of variables, but this is as the predefined variable and it can be used like this. Now I will be giving some width, so just give it a max width of some pixels. Let's just say 308 pixels and save it. The sort portion is looking completely fine. Now we will be moving towards the product portion. I want this image to have some height, and so I will be providing some styling in the container div, that is the product. I will be using grid for the grid layout. I want the image and section header portion in one line. This 115 pixels is the width of my image, and 1 fr will be the section header part. I want my thumbnail image to be viewed on mobile only, so I will be applying the mobile only class for this. Just save it. Next, I will be just applying some few CSS on the variant portion. It is just the temporary CSS. In my upcoming video, I will be creating some list item classes which will be used over here, and I will be defining them globally. So for now, these are some temporary classes. You must be wondering that we similarly have the same classes in the section header part and why we are not using that over here. The reason behind that is the section header portion styling is created like we have been using it in different pages. We can use them in different pages, but this variants portion is not in different pages. The section header is common, but this variant thing is not common. That is why we are applying a different CSS to it and not using the section header part. I will be just giving the max content to first column, one FR to the second, and min max to the last one, that is the variant metadata. We are less worried about this section because we will be covering the styling of this in the next parts of video. The main motto of this video was to create a find screen using the same find screen template that we have created in the previous video. So I will be just styling it in the temporary basis. We want our tags to be justify center. So I will be using justify self center for it. So this is how it is looking. Let's just align them in the center. Our page is looking somehow like this. So we have created a new page by using the find screen, using the same search, filters and main portion. In this way we can use the same classes in different pages by defining them in the global file, and this same file or the same styling I have used in multiple pages. And in next video I will be covering more about this reusable classes, and I will be also focusing on creation of variables and using them along with these classes. So stay tuned for next videos, and thank you so much for watching this video.